Collective, are you doing spell work? Well, according to these karmic streets, you're doing spell work on your ex, on their third parties, and on all the flying monkeys that were swarming around them whilst they were in fact doing spell work on you. Now, I don't care if they're actually wannabe witches, wannabe warlocks, or whether they were just chatting so much ish about you, whether they could not get your name out of their mouths. It's all spell work. If you know, you know. If you don't, I'll do a different video. But they were doing spell work on you, definitely. And some of them were doing some really nasty-ish. Some of them were going to graveyards. Some of them were using blood. Some of them were hexing you. Some of them were trying to destiny swap with you. Some of these people never met you, but they wanted to use your life force, your angelic energy to create wealth for them. Make it make sense. They didn't want to look at their lives, make a change, and actually come join the light side. No, they wanted to stay in darkness, but they wanted to use your light in order to make their lives better. And now they're feeling it, because nothing's going right. Any plans they had are falling to the wayside. Things are breaking weirdly in their houses. Appliances that were just trusted, they can't trust them anymore. Things are just breaking, and contracts as well aren't being upheld. Things that they thought that they'd got sorted, when they're looking at the fine print, they're not covered for stuff. Their health is deteriorating, possibly because they're not getting sleep, and any sleep that they do get is it's nightmarish. They are recounting all the horrific things that they did to you, and this is really strange for them as well, because they never had a conscience before. Shit never happened. It didn't bother them before. But now they're kept awake by your ancestors just replaying the horrific stuff, switching roles so that they're imagining it was them, because these people only seem to understand emotions when it's their emotions. And then if they can't sleep, they're just sleep deprived. They're actually starting to feel like they're going slowly crazy. Their memory's shot. They can't think through the fog that their mind is in constantly, and everything is failing. Everything. Their money ain't right, and even if it is right, it's not giving them joy. And there just seems to be all these unexpected bills anyway, so even if they're getting the money in, it's going out quicker than they could ever anticipate. And all the while, you're over here minding your own business, collective. And if you are thinking of them, you are probably, because you're good people, thinking, I wish they would leave me alone. If you can feel them energetically, or if you can see them in your environs, maybe they drive past your house on a regular, maybe they've sent the neighbours to check on you. Whatever it is, you are in a defensive mode. So you might take a protection bath, you might call your energy back, you might even return to sender, which you absolutely should, because that shit hits. But you're not actually doing anything actively. Most of you are not leaning that deeply into your spirituality yet. So you are just doing what you would normally do. You're living your life and you're wishing best for these people, even though that they never wish the best for you. You're thinking, you know what, 333 on my timer, if only that person could change their life around, and although I can't trust them anymore, I really do hope that they do that and they meet somebody else and they're able to settle down and have a good life. That's the kind of level of spell work you're doing, which, by the way, is hugely powerful, because it is actually fucking with them, because our ancestors and their ancestors are going, bet you want us to do that? Oh, okay. And as you know, the dark night of the soul is no joke. And that's speaking as somebody who's an earth angel. Can you imagine, if you're karmic, what the dark night of the soul will be like? We're talking night terrors. We're talking shadows turning into monsters, and not necessarily in your dreams. So, yeah, it's peak times for them. But the irony, collective, that these people who had such malice, such ill intent, who went out of their way either using 3D means or 5D magic to get you to a place where you didn't know who you were, where you felt you were going slowly insane, where your health was affected, where your image was impacted, where not only you were going through all this pain, but you were also going through the pain of realizing that the person that you thought loved you might actually hate you. Yeah. I'm sure I speak for all of us, collective, when I say everything that they did to us, we already did to them, to misquote Colour Purple. Because actually, everything that they planned to do to us and everything that they did do to us was noted by the Most High and our ancestors. And trust and believe, collective, it is happening to them. But it ain't us. It's literally their own doing.